Okay, so in this next portion of the video, we're going to be showing you guys, first off, where you find what coating you're supposed to be looking for, then how to mix it, and also how to verify its viscosity. So if you look at the Traveler, we'll kind of zoom in here at the first base coat, and that is Magni B06JA, or what RIE calls 4090. We got Tanner here, and he's got all of his proper PPE on, his shield, gloves, and apron. And if I can get my tripod set up here, he's going to show us how we go about mixing the coating. Alright, what you saw at the end there was him cleaning off the mixing tool. And I couldn't really talk over the noise, obviously, from the air tool that he was using to stir this up, but what he was doing was trying to get any debris off the side and bottoms of the bucket and then mix it with the rest of the liquid so that the solids and liquids would all be mixed in thoroughly. Now that we have the coating mixed, what we're going to show you is how you can go about checking the viscosity of your coating. So, Tanner, if you want to show us how to do that, first he's going to put in his filter and then slowly push it down with the Zahn cup until his Zahn cup is full of coating. Then once his Zahn cup is full of coating, he's going to start the timer that he has in his other hand as soon as that breaks the surface. So there we've started.
Alright, go ahead. Go ahead.
So what we're looking for here is the first clean break that you just saw, and then he can stop his timer, and that'll tell us how many seconds of viscosity we have using a number 2 Zahn cup. So now that we use the Zahn cup, we want to make sure that we clean it in the MEK bucket right away. So none of that coating will stick on there. And then wipe it nice and clean with one of our disposable rags. Okay, so now that we got that viscosity test done, we read 34 seconds of time, and this says that the safe zone is between 30 and 35. So since we got 34, we know that we're well within the safe zone. So now we're going to go and record that on the back of the Traveler under first viscosity level, 34. And don't forget to put your initials on there. Perfect. Now you've successfully taken one viscosity level. The next thing that we'll see on here, right underneath the viscosity, is the coating range in which we can still run that coating. So this coating we can run between 65 and 95 degrees, and we check that using an IR thermometer.
Let's see what the temp is, so that make sure it's...
So next we're going to show you how we go about taking the temp of the coating with an IR thermometer. And as you can see, that little red light in there is coming from that thermometer. And right now, we're getting about 62.5 degrees. So, when we look at the Traveler and it says 65 to 90 degrees, or 95 degrees, excuse me, we know that we're going to have to warm this coating up a little bit before we use it. So that's why it's important to know what the temperature is of your coating before we start running it on the machine. Now that we have taken the temperature of the coating, we have to record it as we do with everything else. So on the back of the Traveler, she's going to write that we got 62 and sign her initials on there. Here's another example of an employee mixing coating. Here we're over by the 16-inch machine where we have someone mixing up the coating. You can see that he's making sure that he gets all the coating and solids off of the bottom and the sides of the drum to make sure that all of it is evenly distributed into our liquid coating. Then when he's done with that, he's going to grab his infrared thermometer and take the temperature of the coating. And then after that, we're going to put in our filter. And it'll be sitting in the drum just like that. And then we're going to put our Zahn cup in over the top of that filter, get it full of liquid, and then lift it up to start the test. Now, as the coating goes through the Zahn cup, the flow will keep getting smaller and smaller as it comes out of that hole. And what we're looking for is the first clean break so that we can hit the stop button on the timer. So we would want to hit stop right about now.